Alright, this is part rant, part commercial, but all love at the end of the day. Hi, I am Posh Gibson, Occult Nachos CEO representative, and this is why you need mind training. You know, I've held my tongue for a while, just gone about my business, trying not to focus too much on what other people got going on in the world, just trying to focus on what I got in my sphere of reality. But something that I've realized is people complain a lot. Y'all complain a lot. People complain a lot. And a lot of that complaining, I would say 60 to 70% of that complaining could be alleviated if one were inclined to alleviate it. And we'll get to why people won't alleviate their own complaining. 60 to 70% of that complaining could be alleviated if people just worked on their minds to a higher degree. And this is why this is why I am. Thank you to anybody who signed up so far. I appreciate you. There's about 10 or 11 spots left. So please sign up. We'll have a great time. Work on our minds. Do some games, do some exercises, do some practices, and strengthen our mind in all the ways. Anywho, something I've realized is that people just have a consumer mind versus a creator mind. And let me share a quick story that led to an insight a few years ago. So this is maybe about 2 years ago, and I had this habit. I wouldn't say necessarily it's a bad habit, but it was a habit where if I worked 5 days a week, I would go to the grocery store 4 or 5 days a week. Like every night after work, I would go to the grocery store and I would just buy one meal. Not sure why I did it, because I have at other times gone to the grocery store for the whole week and bought everything for the whole week. Don't know why I did this for a while. Anyways, so I would do this, and so I'd always be coming home with groceries, right? Not too much, but just always I would be walking through my door with grocery bags. And one of these times, just a random evening, when I had these bags, I was walking through the door and something hit me. Not actually something, hitting my head or my body, but something hit me in my consciousness, where I just thought about all the times I had bought something from a store and carried them inside with bags. Like just it all hit me all the different times. And I was really thinking about that. I was like, oh, I'm a consumer. Which, we live in a consumerist culture. But the reason I bring up consumer is if you're a consumer all the time, then that means you're not a creator. And our mind creates all the fucking realities, right? All of them. All of the realities. So if we're always in a consumption mode, if we're always consuming, always buying things, always watching things, always, just putting something in our mind, in our mouth, you know what I'm saying? Then we're never creating. We're never being the creator that we are. We're never stepping into our God and Goddess creator form, because we're consuming, right? Humans consume. God's create. Goddesses create. So I had this insight about being more of a creator, where the converse of it, it's like, what if I created that I brought out of my apartment, whether it's a painting, whether it's a manuscript for a book, what if I created that has gone the other way, that I haven't brought things back into my home that I'm consuming, whether it's food, whether it's cannabis, whether it's alcohol, whether it's more books, and nothing wrong with books, but we can give ourselves knowledge indigestion by consuming too much and not creating enough. So, this really hit me, and I've thought about it a lot ever since, about this insight of being the creator, not the consumer. Obviously, there's times to consume. You go out to dinner with family and friends, you watch Squid Game on Netflix, whatever. Consumption is not bad, nothing is bad, but just if your mindset is all about consumption, right? that is where the problems creep in. So the point of this Mind Training 101 class is to regain the power of the mind, right? Strengthen your mind. Work on expanding your mind, doing some exercises to increase your imagination and visualization powers. And reset and reaffirm that you have a creator mind. You don't have a consumer mind, unless you want to be a consumer mind. And let's just go on that thread for a second. There are some people who maybe don't want to be a creator. You know, because being creator means that you're living on the precipice of your existence. Because a creator is creating from their imagination, from the ethers, from the collective unconscious, right? They're not creating from what they saw on Netflix. Maybe they can, you know, add those pieces together in some sort of gumbo. But the foundational holographic stage upon which the creation is happening is from one's own imagination, one's own heart. And so this class is to help strengthen those unused, underutilized powers of mind. And I swear, some of y'all, if you just did this, you would have so many less complaints. Seriously. Because you'd realize that, one, you're probably attracting it to yourself. Your mind's probably magnetized to all these issues. And two, that your mind's just not that strong. I was once a weak-minded person. Then I started really working on it. The first step is meditation. Just working on your mind in meditation. And just sitting there, making friends with your mind. Because you're never going to want to be with your mind if you're not friends with your mind. When you're by yourself, you should have the greatest time ever in the fucking world. It should be amazing whenever you're by yourself with your own mind. You don't need any distraction. You don't need any people around. You don't need shit except your own mind and whatever you want to do with that. But we have been trained in the other way to not utilize our mind, to become a consumer versus a creator. You know, another thing, I remember I was researching OnlyFans, true story, and it was talking about like there's, I don't know, I'm just making this number up, I'm not sure the exact number off the top of my head, but let's say it was 50 million or 100 million people use OnlyFans in terms of our subscribers to various OnlyFans accounts. And then in terms of creators, there was maybe like 1,400,000. It was a small amount in comparison to the amount of people use it. And that was another moment where I was like, oh. See, that's the funny thing about artists in society. People value creating, but we are dissuaded from being a creator, right? We are dissuaded from pursuing things that utilize our God and Goddess mind and a creation mindset, right? We're dissuaded from those things. So, we become the consumer. We just consume, eat, watch, whatever. We become a consumer creator. Probably the one way that people are a creator just very seamlessly is with children. That's it. That's it. People create children, and maybe they might do some art, or maybe they might create something cool at work. But in terms of highest level creation, people aren't doing that. People are doing it, but you know, it's kind of not really a thing. It's a thing, but people are like, nah, whatever. You know, I'd rather just consume. Because consumption requires no effort. If I wanted to watch something on YouTube right now, I don't have to plan out, it's like, oh, how am I going to watch this video? Let's go on YouTube, pick a video, and it starts playing. I don't even have to hit play. It'll just start playing once I hit the video. So, compared to if I am like, I want to film a documentary that's never been filmed before about the history of vegetable lasagna. Just the whole history, you know, how the whole thing came to be, who was the first creator of a vegetable lasagna, right? It doesn't matter where it is, but it doesn't exist before, and that's the power in it. It doesn't exist before, and you're creating it. And that's a lot more uncomfortable because, I don't know, like, there's no blueprint on, oh, you're filming a veggie lasagna documentary? Oh, here's what you need to do. Right? Maybe there's information about documentaries, there's information about film and videography and filmography. Not filmography, but you know what I mean. You know, there's all different things that are the pieces of the thing, but in terms of someone with a book, how to make your veggie lasagna documentary, that book exists, show me, because I would find that so fascinating. Maybe I created it with my own mind. The point is that you need to create from nothing. You need to create, not from nothing, but from the mind's eye. You can't just be a consumer all the time. Well, you can do whatever the fuck you want, frankly. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, if you want to have less complaints, if you want to have less issues with your mind, the mind of God and Goddess, your mind, the universal mind, this mind that is responsible for everything that is attracted to and magnetized to you in your life and the cosmos, that mind, if you want to better relate to that, take this class. I know, like $44. Listen, some of y'all have spent $44 in 2 days on waffles or hamburgers or cannabis. That's an eighth right there. That's an eighth right there. Okay? $44, $40, right? 4 classes. That's $11 a class. Obviously, you aren't serious about creating your reality and changing your mind and, you know, developing your consciousness if you can't shell out $44 for that. You know? Because I guarantee you, unless you're destitute right now, which again is related to the magnetization of your mind and the attraction level of your mind and your mindset and what you're feeding your minds, if you aren't ready for that, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now, that $44 will be well spent. It will be well spent because these are tools and practices and skills and games and exercises that you can just do forever, and they will improve your life because they've improved mine and they've improved other people's lives who've done these sorts of things. It's just something added to the long list of things we're not taught in school, the long list of things that, unless you know somebody personally who does them or you stumble across this information, you're not necessarily gonna just find it, you know, at Dollar Tree. You're not gonna find it at a wherever the fuck. You're not gonna just kind of, well, maybe you might happenstance about it because spirit moves in interesting ways. But I'm telling you, you have a powerful mind, and that you can do powerful things to change your mind and change your reality. If only you take the first step. So, this rant commercial was a lot longer than I thought. But this is why you don't think and you just follow the God's energy and do. Alright. Goodbye. And I love you. And next time you want to complain and post a complaint on Facebook, think about if that's something someone with a strong, powerful mind would even do. Because think about that energy that you are probably ruminating in your mind about, that energy that you're like, yo, I need to put this out there on Facebook. And then people comment on that energy, and then you're still engaging with that energy of whatever the fuck you're annoyed about or frustrated about or whatever. And I'm not saying, listen, I'm an empathetic person. I get it. There's legitimate things to be concerned, frustrated, annoyed about. But again, think about your mind. and think about if my mind was stronger, would this still be an issue? Whether an issue where I'd still be annoyed about it, even if it occurred, or that would be even in your life, that would even be occurring. Some food for thought, just like zucchini. Think about it. All right, sign up now, or not, but I guarantee you'll enrich yourself with these. Of course, bye, peace out, and you are a goddess and a god wrapped up in a fleshy, meaty suit. Never forget. Peace.